Dean Vuletic is the world's leading academic authority on the history of the Eurovision Song Contest. He's the author of the book Post-War Europe and the Eurovision Song Contest, and he joined us from Rotterdam for Eurovision. You know, Dean, good to have you on the program with us. And I don't want to horrify you right off the bat, but I actually had never even heard of Eurovision until just recently. So can you explain to us just how big a deal this is?
So this is now a contest that's been going on annually since 1956, with the exception, of course, of last year. And it attracts around 200 million viewers every year now. This year we see 39 states being represented in the contest. So this is how big Eurovision is.
Yes, I read that earlier, that it's described as like the Super Bowl of song contests, basically. And as you mentioned, it was canceled last year because of the pandemic. And as we know, this last year has been pretty miserable for a lot of people. So how much anticipation is there around the final on Saturday night? How much do people need Eurovision right now?
Well, people definitely need Eurovision. They need some fun songs. They need some inspiring songs. Eurovision has produced some great hits throughout its history, from ABBA to Celine Dion. It also launched the world's biggest non-English language hit, Domenico Modugno's Volare. So people look to Eurovision for entertainment, for fun, and tomorrow night they'll have it again.
And I know that you're there for Eurovision. So who are your favorites to win? What can we expect when we tune in on Saturday night?
Well, I'm very happy to see that this year we have a lot of songs that are not in English. In recent years, there has been a trend towards more songs being in English. But this year we have very strong entries from Italy, France, Switzerland, Russia, Ukraine, all in their national languages. The Italian one is very highly rated to win. It's a glam rock piece. The French song is a beautiful chanson. The Ukrainian song is electro folk. So there are a lot of different musical styles represented.
And what can we learn from watching Eurovision, other than hearing some really great music? But what does it teach us about each country's culture and influence on the world?
Well, it teaches about a lot of things, especially when it comes to the voting. The voting has historically been interpreted for the connections between different countries and for the political messages that are possibly being sent by the public, which is televoting, as well as the expert juries who decide 50% of the vote from each country. So the voting is always something to look at, to learn about the zeitgeist in Europe. Then when we look at the singers who are sent to represent different countries, when we look at their backgrounds, we see how diverse a lot of these societies are. The Netherlands, for example, will be represented by an immigrant from Suriname whose song is influenced by the Black Lives Matter movement and which talks about the history of slavery in Suriname. So there are a lot of social and historical issues that will come out of the contest, and I think it's a lovely way to get a window into what is happening in Europe today.
All right, well, I'll be watching for the very first time tomorrow night. I have to work, unfortunately, but maybe I'll try to catch some of it in between bulletins. Thank you so much for joining us.